Welcome to Spiritual Growth on the Go. It's the weekend. I'm excited because this week I have with me the one and only my son, my mini-me, young Cody. Y'all don't pay him any attention. He just extra. Come back over here. He But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. Cody is one of my biggest fans. He's been just, great in liking the videos, commenting. I don't know why he does it, but he does it. So he's been asking, hey, can I be in one of your videos? So here he is. Today we're gonna get right into it. We're talking about motivation. Cody, you know what motivation is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get right into it. Look, we all come to a point in our lives where we need motivation. It's inevitable. We're gonna hit a situation where we're depressed, down and out, and we just need that special someone to come along and motivate us to help us get over whatever obstacle that we're facing. I often think about the fact that I was an 80s kid, but during the 90s, one of my favorite sports was basketball, and my favorite NBA team were the Chicago Bulls. I'm talking about the 1990 Chicago Bulls. Now, there's a debate about who's the greatest of all time, LeBron or Michael, but to me, since that's the era that I grew up in, Michael was always be the best. And I'm gonna tell you why. See, you're a Golden State fan, aren't you? You probably like Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, don't you?
You already know.
Man, whatever. Let me tell you a story about Michael Jordan. One thing about Michael Jordan was able to take an average team and motivate them to their best potential. He took people like Steve Kerr. You know Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr coached the Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was on there? Tony Kukoc, B.J. Armstrong, Horace Grant. The list just goes on and on. Now, these people that I've named, they were great players, but they weren't a superstar like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was able to motivate these players to play to their fullest potential, and they went on to win many championships. Now, we see a similar situation occur in the Bible. If you read in Luke chapter 5, you see where Jesus has this group of 12 men, better known as the disciples. You heard of the disciples, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now they were, average men. They had their flaws, but Jesus was able to motivate them to be the best version of themselves. And in Luke chapter 5, it tells the story of Peter, who was one of the best fishermen in his day. Now, Peter had been out fishing all night, and the story says he didn't catch anything. So of course he comes back depressed, down and out, because he didn't catch anything. So Jesus notices this and he tells Peter, you know what, go out there and try it one more time. Now I imagine Peter is probably thinking in his mind, you know what, Jesus, now I've been doing this since before I met you. I ought to know when the fish are not biting. But Peter uses that as an opportunity to motivate himself to go back out into the ocean and catch more fish. The Bible says he lets his net down and there were so many fish that the nets began to break. So that's just one of the many examples where Jesus was able to motivate the people around him. There are several other examples, but for time reasons, we're gonna get all into them. I tell you what, Cody, since you're my guest, do you have a story about the time you were motivated?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hear it.
I wasn't in my so a story that I had was when I wasn't in my full potential for math class, and I was failing a little bit on fractions. So when I was failing on fractions, I had got my PlayStation taken away by my dad. And I was trying to get it back. So I started doing better in fractions, and eventually my dad gave me the opportunity to get the PlayStation back. I had to get 9 of the 10 fraction questions correct. And just because of a little motivation, I got 10 of them correct. So that's a lesson to that motivation can come a long way.
So the PlayStation motivated you to do better in school. That's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Cody. So this week, I want you to intentionally challenge yourself to motivate someone or do something special to motivate yourself, because motivation can influence the outcome of many situations. So Cody, since you're my guest, I'm gonna let you wrap it up. I'm gonna let you tell the people we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Until then, be safe and stay blessed.
Y'all have a good week. We'll see you.